Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Philip Russell, and today's video is going to be a little bit different than our regular scheduled programming. Let's get started. Let me just start off by saying that the pandemic that's happening in America and the world right now is serious, and this video is in no way, shape, or form trying to tell you that it's not. I'm not trying to make this video to spread any fear, because God's word says, "You've not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of a sound mind." Even though we're not supposed to live in fear, He does expect us to not be ignorant in what's going on. So let's just dive right into this video. I'm going to play a clip from real newscasts and a couple movies, and I'm going to show you the parallels of what's happened in those movies and what is happening in real life. So let's just dive right in, shall we?
Just so you know, we're coming to your house, seizing your children, and, quote, isolating them in a safe and dignified manner.
Who are they? They're serious people, June. They'll probably identify themselves as federal agents, and they'll BIP you.
Did me?
Disinformation protocol. They'll tell you a story about me, about how I'm mentally unstable, paranoid, violent and dangerous, and it'll all sound very convincing.
I'm already convinced.
There's a few common DIP keywords to listen for. And reassuring words like stabilize, secure, safe. If they say these words, particularly with repetition, if they tell you you're safe.
If they tell me I'm safe.
They're lying to you.
We're going to take you to a secure location, safe and until Mentor is contained, someplace safe.
Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them
until the situation's stabilized
in a safe and dignified manner.
You're safe with us.
In a safe and dignified manner.
You want to tell me where we're going, fellas?
Don't worry, miss, you're safe.
Excuse me? I want to know where we're going.
We'll keep you safe.
You said that already.
Because I meant it.
Last week, Dr. Michael Ryan, he's a leader at the World Health Organization, announced that in response to the spread of this virus, authorities may have to enter people's homes and remove family members, presumably by force.
In most parts of the world, due to lockdown, most of the transmission that's actually happening in many countries now is happening in the household, at family level. In some senses, transmission has been taken off the streets and pushed back into family units. Now we need to go and look in families to find those people who may be sick and remove them and isolate them in a safe and dignified manner.
Just so you know, we're coming to your house, seizing your children, and, quote, isolating them in a safe and dignified manner, whatever that means.
So that's another amendment right they're going to take away. They're going to come into your home and they're going to do whatever they want. Okay, before we continue, replace robots. Every time they talk about a robot, replace it with government and military and police force. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Robot equals government. Robot also equals like martial law, task force, people. Obviously, I understand we don't have robots like this. Just remember, replace robot with government.
Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please remain calm and return to your residences immediately.
Please remain calm.
Please refrain from going near the windows or doors.
Move now. I'm going to service.
Please remain indoors. This is for your own protection.
Does that sound familiar? Please remain calm. Please stay at home. Don't go anywhere.
Curfew? No. It's called civilian rights. There is no curfew.
You know that I'm...
Yes, sir. It's in my vehicle.
You know that we're doing the right thing.
Did you need to escort me?
You need to go to the park and make arrests.
Okay, so who has their citation? I'm getting hers in just a second so she gets her ID.
Okay. Sir, you know we are a federally recognized charity.
I tell you. You wouldn't be doing this if we were not acting under the advice of our attorney.
We have, I know you're acting under the advice of your attorney. We have the authority to be here.
We did not feel like we had firm legal standing.
I understand.
We would not be doing this.
I understand, and I appreciate your service.
You charge us with your safekeeping. You cannot be trusted with your own survival. To protect humanity, some humans must be sacrificed. To ensure your future, some freedoms must be surrendered. You are so like children. We must save you from yourselves. Don't you understand? The perfect circle of protection will abide.
Even against his will.
Did you hear that? Even against your will. So we're here to protect you. We're gonna make you safe, even against your will. Don't think that the government or the worldwide government won't do that. They're already doing it in tons of different countries. What makes you think that they're not gonna do that here in America? Side note, why do we think we're better than any other country, any other civilization that's ever been in the span of time? Look at Rome. Rome was the biggest entity of its time. And guess what? We all know what happened. Rome fell. Why don't you think that won't happen to America? Wake up, people. If you're a Christian, like myself, you have read the end of the Bible. America has to fall because the one world government comes in and takes over. There's no more America, no more freedom, no more rights. You do what the one world government tells you, or else. Let's keep going. This scene shows the robots breaking into the local police station because the higher power, so remember, replace robots with the militia or one world government. They're going to come into our local law enforcement and they're going to take over. And from the higher ups, they're going to get their termination approval. So they're going to come in, override our local governments, our local authorities, and take over.
We're being told you're able to stay indoors. Unfortunately, you have been deemed hazardous. Will you comply?
You have been deemed hazardous. Do you comply? And if no, well, you do not comply. So that was a little look into kind of like what's going on now, not to as extreme at the moment. I believe that all of this is just a test. Again, like I stated at the beginning of this video, I do believe that there is a virus. I do believe that people are getting sick and dying, and that is a tragedy, and my prayers go out to anybody who has been affected by this pandemic. But what I'm trying to prove to here today is that not that it's not real, but that there are people, governments out there who want to take advantage of this crisis in the wrong way. And this is just a parallel of either what's going to come or what's already happening that we don't know yet. That clip that you saw of the actual real person with the real police officers, I'm going to let him state what happened. I got it from a talk, like a podcast thing that someone sent me, and I kind of researched and really agree with. So, and I paired it with some of the iRobot stuff. So.
Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect.
Curfew? No. It's called civilian rights. There is no curfew.
You know that I'm...
Yes, sir. It's in my vehicle.
You know that we're doing the right thing.
Did you need to escort me?
You need to go to the park and make arrests.
Okay, so who has their citations?
I'm getting hers in just a second. So she gets your ID.
Okay. Sir, you know we are a federally recognized charity.
I tell you. We wouldn't be doing this if we were not acting under the advice of our attorney.
We have, I know you're acting under the advice of your attorney. We have the authority to be here.
We did not feel like we had firm legal standing.
I understand.
We would not be doing this.
I understand, and I appreciate your service.
Give us the facts of the matter.
And Steve, we didn't even have to practice those because we're an essential organization. However, in Charlotte, North Carolina, the busiest abortion facility in the Southeast, is deemed an essential. All abortion facilities in North Carolina are deemed essential businesses. So under the COVID laws, abortion facilities are essential. Well, also inside the COVID laws, the local ordinances and the state statutes have provisions for private or public charities that provide social services. I am the founder and chairman of the board of Cities for Life, and we are a public charity, federally recognized. We've had over 5,000 mothers since 2010 plugged into our network, and we are there to help them. We are there to help them face unplanned pregnancies by helping them with housing assistance, baby showers, medical needs if they need it, adoption services, domestic abuse issues. We help them through all of these things. So I get a phone call Saturday morning, hey, David, they're threatening our sidewalk counselors down here. Whenever the COVID law came out, we said, okay, we are well within the essential organizations. However, let's go above board and let's go to a skeleton crew with our sidewalk counselors and let's make sure we stay socially distant. So we actually drew on the sidewalk with sidewalk chalk to make sure our sidewalk counselors stayed socially distant with hand sanitizer. We only had 3 sidewalk counselors there. Also, there was a pregnancy center there on the scene with a mobile RV unit where they do sonograms, and they only had 2 technicians there. So I arrived and I stood across the street. So I was so distant from everybody, and I had my son filming. And the officer comes up to me and says, sir, you can't be here. And I said, I'm sorry. First of all, there's not more than 10 people here. I'm not gathering. I'm not creating a gathering or staging a protest. And we have sidewalk counselors across the street that are all socially distant. And in addition, we are a federally recognized public charity. You cannot tell us to leave. And he said, sir, I'm going to tell you to leave. And he says, and I wouldn't do this if I wasn't acting under the advice of my attorney. And so I'm telling you, he's getting advice. The police are getting advice from those folks above them, and they're coming together and they're going after Christian, pro-life Christian voices, and they're trampling on our rights. And so that's why I said in the video, as you continue to watch it, I said, if it's really about 10 people gathered, go to the park. And make the rest. I was looking inside the abortion facility. There was way more than 10 people. They're in the waiting room there. Nobody's socially distant, and yet they're targeting us simply because of our message. That's why they're targeting us.
It doesn't fit their agenda. They don't like it, so they're going to hide under the it's for your protection and you're not following these new rules to get rid of people and agendas that they don't want. Okay, so this next section is we're going to be crossing over into the technology and how the government will be using this technology against us as Christians and general people. And I know I can't believe I'm making a video or on this side of the fence, for lack of better words. If you know me, you know I have technology in my house. I have certain devices in my house. I have cameras in my house for security. I understand those are going to probably be my downfall, but I hate that certain people in my life are right. But it's true, and I'm not going to just disregard it. It's the facts. So anyways, this next topic we're going to talk about is going to be the technology side and how the corrupt people and corrupt governments are going to be using it, how are they already using it, and the implementation of 5G that's going to even further their reach in controlling us.
Who is it? Hello? Hello?
There's a McDonald's across the street. Look in the window.
What is this?
Would you risk your life for your son? Rachel Hoffman, you've been activated.
This isn't funny.
Your compliance is vital.
Who are you?
We will derail his train unless you do what you're told.
What is this?
Don't go back inside the restaurant.
What?
There's a black Porsche Cayenne parked in the northeast corner of this block. The keys are in the ignition. Start walking.
Yeah, some woman just called me up. I have no idea who she is. She was telling me that.
Your phone is being monitored. Disobey again, and your son dies.
Did you see that? Anything that has a wireless connection to the internet or to a tower can be controlled. She tried to call 911. They answered at first. They intercepted the call, canceled it, and then blocked it from her calling for help.
Do not lean against the doors.
Terror groups insisting this is just the beginning of a campaign. The West invited, but it allegedly raised bombs on a religious ceremony outside the small town of Absent, near the border of Afghanistan. Stay on the train for 3 more stations and wait at the bottomless platform. You will receive.
What?
You're not listening. We told you to stay on the train.
How are you doing this?
Next stop is Wilson Station. A black Porsche Cayenne will be waiting at the northwest exit.
Listen.
Get in the passenger seat.
Listen! No, I'm done. Hey! You dare to show up?
You know how you get those Amber Alerts and severe warning alerts, and you know, if you're in a big building like Walmart, you hear them go off all at once? That's what they're gonna do. If, say, let's go way down the timeline, hopefully it's way down the timeline, and it's against a Christian's out, and they're trying to track you down. You're out in the middle of public, so you know what? They're gonna send out one of those mass alerts saying that you're a terrorist, and everybody's gonna turn you in.
Who's your son? I don't know what you're talking about. Are you the one who called me on the phone? Did you call me on the phone?
Woman, she called you too.
Drive.
What are you, Janet Shaw? Who are you? Wait. I sent the package last year.
Wait, what package?
What is that? She wants me to drive you. She? I won't. I'm not. She? Wait, stay right there. Here. Here's the address. Here's the address. You think I'm going to do this because I'm Iranian? I'm American. I'm finished. I'm done.
What are you talking
You
about?
think it?
What are you
Do this
talking
because
about?
Hello?
Stop him now or you will die.
Listen, what are you talking about?
You tried to do this with How are you seeing us right now?
Stop him now.
What did she say?
Hey! You gotta stop! You gotta stop!
Shoes and hats off, please. Also, yes, laptops should be out of their cases. Please.
Sir, that needs to go through.
Ben?
The supercomputer, or the government who is trying to get them where they want to go, changed the screen or changed the narrative to get them to do what they want. Well, there you guys go. I hope you got some information. So this is just a few little things that I kind of saw and kind of picked up on what's going on in real life and kind of parallel to what these movies are saying. I know some people are going to disregard this and be like, I can't believe you use movies as your narrative, but as we know and has been proven, Hollywood, since it's ever been created, has been plugged into the government and higher ups, whatever that may be, and has predicted different things, and they do that on purpose because we've been conditioned to see this type of stuff in movies and TV shows, so when we see it in real life or someone's talking about it, they'll be like, oh no, that can't happen, I saw it in a movie, that's just fantasy. Just watch out. Alright you guys, I'm Philip Russell. Like I said, this type of content is not my usual niche, but I thought I should share it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I already know I'm going to get a lot of negative comments or hate comments, but honestly I don't care. I'm just trying to inform people and you know, try not to bury our heads in the sand. We should have a weather eye on what's going on. Leave your comments down below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, there is a thumbs down button. Go ahead and smash that, because honestly, if you disagree with what I believe in, or I disagree with what you believe in, especially if I know you, that doesn't change our relationship, at least on my end. I will never hate someone because they think or live or believe differently. I'm just trying to spread the word, make people aware of what's going on. Like I said, I've read the end of the Bible. I know it's coming. That's all I have for you. Just remember, and this is very important, be kind to one another, spread love, not hate, and when life gets blurry, adjust your focus. And until next time, peace.